Kind of talk to me about the Ronald McDonald House Charity and its mission. I know people know the name, they recognize the cause, but just kind of explain for the mission.
Yeah, absolutely. We run into that all the time. Well, most people have heard of us, but and especially in the case of a family coming over, not sure what it is that we do, right? So these are great opportunities for us to talk about that. So what we are at our core is an organization that the Ronald McDonald House Program, which is one of our programs and our most famous programs, is really here for families that are traveling to Toledo with sick little ones. Where are they going to stay? Where are they going to eat? How are they going to manage all these things? They've already got a sick child. We want them focused on that, so we take the rest of the stress away. This is where they can eat, home away from home, food is provided, etc. They don't pay anything to stay here. And the reason they don't pay anything to stay here is we're donations only. The community does an incredible job of supporting us.
And one thing I notice every time I come in is that the atmosphere is very positive. The energy is uplifting, it's calm, it's relaxing. Why is it important for individuals in that situation to have something that feels positive?
Yep, that's a great point. We talk about that actually organizationally a lot. Is we define our culture as the feeling people have when they come in the facility, and that's whether that's our board members, our staff, our families. But it has to be a consistent feeling, right? So we work really, really hard to make sure that when that family comes through the door, they're having a bad day, maybe the worst day of their life. They've heard of this place before, but they really don't know what to expect. They don't know if they're going to pay anything. They don't know what any of that looks like. We always talk about it in our staff meetings. We have about 2 minutes, right? So that feeling that people come in is really, really important.
And obviously this organization does some important work in the community, and there's also impact that goes into other communities, because as you mentioned, there are people that are coming to Toledo maybe for the first time.
That's right.
And so kind of speak to volunteer opportunities, because I can imagine that there are a lot of people out there that just want to be a part of it. So how can they do that?
Yeah, that's a great point. Number one, we're a very small staff. We're very volunteer driven. We have volunteers running around here as we speak, right? And there's great opportunities. When people are interested in volunteering, what I encourage them to do is come here and take a tour. You're going to find what it is that you want to get involved with, whether it's cooking meals, whether it's helping us keep the place look great, whether it's helping us answer the phone, greeting the families when they come in, again, at a really pivotal time. So it's really important that the volunteers are part of the fabric of us, because they really are a huge extension of us.
And right now I'm currently joining you from the telethon that's happening, which is another way you can financially support the Ronald McDonald House. So what are some ways people can contribute financially?
Yeah, so the everyday stuff is, number one, is go to our website, make a donation, etc. A lot of people are learning now that, when you go to McDonald's, round up. When you go to your local McDonald's restaurants and you round up your order, that's all staying here locally. That's a great way. This radio-thon that we're doing, 40K in a day, which is a pretty awesome thing. We have 2 great radio stations here, Bringman 93.5, 105.5, both here all day for 13 hours, helping us raise 40K in a day. And on top of that, our very generous McDonald's owner-operators of those 68 stores in our neighborhoods have agreed to match that up to $40,000. So pretty cool.
And this is an example of private partnerships, because obviously Toledo has a business community and you can utilize that. And so what have been some other partnerships?
It's using today as a springboard, using the radio-thon. We've had, lots of folks that are partners with us all the time. Glass City Federal Credit Union comes to mind. Habitat Security comes to mind. Crown Battery comes to mind. Lots and lots and lots of folks that are with us literally every step of the way, and they understand the importance of these families that are coming from their communities on a really, really tough time. You bring up a really good point about Toledo. Our Toledo folks can come over for lunch and whatever, but they're not spending the night, right? They live in Toledo. It's all those families that are coming from all over Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan, quite frankly, all over the country and all over the world, coming to Toledo for medical care. We want to make sure they're taken care of.
And I always feel like this is an interesting question, because the answer is always interesting. What do you think the future looks like for the Ronald McDonald House here in Toledo?
We've always been in the business of access to care. What I mean by that is, again, those families are traveling here. They need access to quality health care that's available to them here in Toledo, right? So we've always done that. But we've really started to expand that strategically and look at what access to care actually means and where those challenges might be. And what I mean specifically about that is, a family that's in, 100 miles from here, they get in their car, they go to the local hospital, they make a referral for them to come to Toledo Children's or Nationwide Children's, whatever it might be. But what about the people that didn't make that journey at all? So we're heat mapping the communities, and we're finding where access is a problem. Where are people using the emergency room as their primary care physician? Where are kids not getting immunizations, well checks, and we're taking what's called our care mobile, which is the Ronald McDonald care mobile, into those communities.
That's wonderful work, and that's exactly why they need volunteers, obviously, because you guys are getting busy. So I appreciate you joining me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's this week's Community Focus. I'm Jaden Jefferson.